I loved the show. I loved Alex Trebek, and I was so inspired by him, especially by his courage toward the end of his life. And it's just such an American institution, and the opportunity to play a small part in the continuation of the show was something I just didn't want to pass up. I watch the show a lot. I watch it regularly, but I started watching it religiously. I spent a lot of time watching Alex, how he moved from category to category, how he phrased his clues, how he solicited responses, how he interacted with contestants. And I learned a lot just through observation. Have fun. Everyone said, have a good time. What an honor it is. What a thrill. What a really just unique experience. So I just really wanted to come in and try to honor the legacy of the show, but also, have my own personality be a part of it. So I was just told, like, have a good time, and I really, really did. I've always believed it's critically important to have representation in media, to have women, to have people of color, to have all kinds of people that make up this wonderful country we live in. Because I want people at home to see people like them in these important, powerful, authoritative roles. So to be the first woman on a show that stands for excellence and intelligence and integrity is a real honor for me. When you're a journalist, you're often a generalist. I always say that I am a mile wide and half an inch deep. I have to know so much about so many different topics. So that, in a way, is good training for Jeopardy. But I can tell you this, I am not nearly as smart as any of the contestants I met. They just bowl me over with their breadth of knowledge, their ability to recall sort of these obscure facts. I mean, I'm very competitive, but in a high pressure situation like this, I think I would draw a total blank. I would freeze. I would be paralyzed. So the fact that they can keep it together and keep on coming up with these responses, it just, I mean, it dazzles me. Ah, of course I was nervous. Are you kidding me? I mean, the thing is, everyone here takes such good care of you. And it was such a relief to know that they weren't going to let me look stupid and that they were going to have my back and help me out. And so I felt less nervous as soon as I met the whole team here. And I so appreciate that because the last thing I wanted to do is come here and mess it up and embarrass the show, embarrass the people behind the scenes. And they just wouldn't let me, which I was so grateful for. Jeopardy supported an organization I helped start back in 2008 called Stand Up to Cancer. And I'm so proud of the work I've done with cancer awareness and raising money for research. It really has changed the paradigm of cancer research because we assemble dream teams of scientists from all kinds of institutions and biotech firms, and they collaborate instead of compete. So Stand Up has raised more than $600 million since its inception to support the work of these brilliant scientists who work tirelessly day in and day out. And we've had a lot of success working with other organizations, focusing on different kinds of cancers. And we have contributed to the approval of something like 8 new FDA approved drugs. So It's something I'm so proud of. It's going to be hopefully the first line of my obituary, even though we don't want to think about that right now. But I can't think of anything more important than supporting cancer research, and Jeopardy is supporting specifically our dream team of scientists who are focused on pancreatic cancer, a disease that obviously took Alex Trebek, but also my big sister Emily when she was just 54 years old. So the fact that we can support these scientists who are working specifically on pancreatic cancer, the scientists who are coming up with better diagnostic techniques, prevention strategies, and treatment, it just means the world to me because it's affected me so personally. And I know it probably means the world to everyone at Jeopardy who loved Alex Trebek. Jeopardy has been a part of my life for a very long time because the show has been around so long. I have a lot of really wonderful memories of watching Jeopardy with my late husband, Jay, who also died of cancer, colon cancer, when he was just 42 years old. But Jay was so smart, and we'd play Jeopardy together, and he would always have the right responses. And it would make me so mad. At the same time, I thought it was so hot. And so, I think about the early days of our marriage and how much fun we had sharing Jeopardy together. Alex and I actually co-hosted, or we were one of the hosts of the Cherry Blossom Parade in Washington, D.C. And I was really excited to meet him, and he was everything I expected him to be. He was charming and gallant and lovely and so nice to everyone. That was a real thrill, but that was my first up close and personal experience with Alex Trebek. For little girls everywhere, it's cool to be smart. I think for a while, girls would get to a certain age and they would sort of hold back because they didn't want to be seen as too aggressive or pushy or smarter than the boys. But I think society has really changed, and we're championing and celebrating smart girls and women. Think about it, they're 51.8% of the population. That is an awful lot of brain power. And it's just a crime not to tap that brain power. So I would say, be a sponge, be a lifelong learner, and be proud of your intelligence and your knowledge. It's such a gift, and share it with the world. Don't be shy, don't be embarrassed, get out there. My mom's motto to all of us, the four Couric kids, was let them know you're there. So ladies, get out there and take the Jeopardy Anytime test. What have you got to lose?